Okay, I wanted to film a video on my brand new Ani 3 lightsaber from Theory Sabers. I love this hilt. This hilt has been my favorite since I was a child. I mean, as young as I can remember, and I just think it's so beautiful. Obviously, I started off my favorite movie when I was, super young, before Revenge of the Sith came out, was episode 5. Oh, man, that movie is just beautiful. And watching Luke use the graflex fighting against his father, Darth Vader, that I would watch that over and over and over again. Of course, new movies are coming out, 2005, Revenge of the Sith, and when I saw Anakin using this lightsaber, especially in the fight against Obi-Wan, I was stricken. Ever since then, I've always wanted to have a replica version of it in full metal. And this one has the Proffie board, of course. I had to go all out. So I just wanted to kind of show it off a little bit and compare it to a few of the lightsabers, the Anakin graflexes that I've had throughout my life, because I think it's kind of cool. So first, we'll start off with this. I don't know how many people remember these. These are the old toy ones where you had to pull and swing this out away from my monitor. You had to swing out the blades. This one, of course, has weird color. They had weird colors for them, and a lot of them didn't quite match. You could get the blades in any color. This is my brother's lightsaber. I have a Qui-Gon hilt for this, but we played with these a lot as kids. This one has a teal blade. But this was so much fun to play with as a kid. I mean, these things could take a beat, and you can see that they've taken a beating. You know, these are super old, but man, they still work, and we still play with them every once in a while. The next one I got, this one's huge. They had these spring-loaded blades where you could pull the trigger and they would launch these blades out. It does have some lights in there, but they are horrible, and I don't believe they work anymore. But almost like a tiny little low-power flashlight in here that would just kind of blink, and you could barely see it, but I'll show that again. You pull this trigger down and blade would pop out, which, you know, as a kid, having a lightsaber blade that could eject by itself, man, you were the coolest kid on the block, let me tell you that. All right, next, this one, I bought this one for my daughter. This is the Disney shop, kids more toy version. I got this on sale for like $25, but you know, you got the LEDs in the blade. You know, it's not perfect. It's not, like movie quality replica, but man, this thing is so fun. If you just want to go twirl something around without worrying about breaking it, want to get in some fights with your kids or your friends, I mean, this is the one to do it. They're comfy. They've got relatively good sound. The LEDs in the blade look pretty good. I mean, man, this is really cool. So next, this one's not the Anakin Episode 3 lightsaber, but I did want to get at least one lightsaber from Disney because I do think they're still, beautiful hilts. And while their hilts are a little bit thicker and bigger than ones you can find on the replica market, this one I believe is very close. This is Luke's lightsaber from Episode 5, which again, as I said earlier, as a kid before Revenge of the Sith was my favorite movie. Clamp card kind of pushes up and down to ignite. Not really the, most accurate or best lightsaber out there, but let me grab the blade real quick. But this is the first all-metal replica lightsaber that, I owned. So, put it in, it can sense the blade, and you just push up that trigger, and boom, have a nice blue blade. Doesn't really have any smooth swing. You can kind of get a sound every once in a while. That's pretty good. Slightly delayed clash, you hit and you see it go off after. But honestly, this thing is an awesome option if you're just looking for something to swing around every once in a while. You don't want to spend too much money on it. Just have something to display. This is it. Well, then that brings us back to this beauty. I've recently graduated with my master's degree and decided that now was the time to get the lightsaber to end all lightsabers. Again, this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. There's a few options on Theory Sabers website. You can get the Proffie or the SNV4. I've been into lightsabers for a long time now, and I knew that Proffie was the way for me. One day I'll have to get a CFX, but Proffie was was it for me. So even includes the really cool Saber Theory blade plug. But man, what a gorgeous, gorgeous hilt. Give me 1 second. I'm charging the Proffie board right now, so let me go grab that. I'll throw this in here, and then we can fire it up. Okay, just wanted to show off the chassis here. Nice little handle on it. There were some imperfections on this I'll go over. First off, the little metal sleeve here that goes over this came off, and so I had to glue it back on. When I pulled on it, just fell right off. So I was able to fix that. You have to kind of line it up in there. You'll feel it drop into place. Little push. And the lightsaber comes with 2 pommels. You have this more movie accurate one that's more for display. And then it comes with a sound venting pommel, which I will put on now. Another issue I had, and it's still kind of there, I did my best to fix it. Your 2 buttons are here. You have your power button on top and your auxiliary button on the bottom. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but the clamp card is tilted downwards, and that's because on this end, the PCB is sitting on top of a screw, which is lifting it up to the correct height. But the screw over here is slightly more down, and the PCB is slipping off of it, so it's at an angle. I took a little piece of plastic and I put it underneath that board. It got it up to where it's a lot more comfortable to use, feels better. I'll also probably open that up and fix that again later. How I did that, 2 screws here, pull those out, you can slide the clamp card out. There's a single screw in the middle of the PCB. Once you pull that, it kind of roams free, and you can go ahead and fix that in there. But got that sound venting pommel on. Let's see what sound font we're on. Look at that one. Let's see. It does have some LEDs on the PCB for the NeoPixel connector. Real beautiful smooth swing. Ooh, that's so loud. I don't even have it on the highest setting. He explains it in his video, but you hold the bottom button, you hit the lightsaber, when you let go, it makes a beeping sound, and you can get into the sound changing settings. I'm going to turn that a little further down, so not blocking me out too much. Let me go ahead and put in a blade. For this, another thing I had to fix real quick is this is loose. I put a little bit of super glue and I had to do a little bit of cleanup, and it's not, it came a little dirty on this piece here, but, I understand that you can't really have everything perfect. This was expensive. It was about $550 after a discount code from Sith66, another great channel who reviews a lot of lightsabers. I was able to use his code to get a little bit off, which was great. Theory Sabers does have a lot of sales, so if you're thinking about one, I would kind of go and look and check around and see when they come up. This one has sorry, let me flip it the other way. Right here is your blade retention screw. This is just for show back here. And on some replicas, these are the buttons that you use to press, which is cool, but to me, it always made sense that it was here. Another thing people have pointed out, this CoverTech wheel is opposite. So in the movie, it's on this side. But for me, even though in the movies they wear their lightsabers on their left side, I wear it on my right. Is this more comfortable? I'm right-handed, just feels more natural to grab it that way. And this actually makes it so when I grab the lightsaber off my belt, my hand naturally finds the power button. So I am actually completely fine with it being over here. It actually fits how I grab my lightsaber better. Let's go ahead. He's no good to me, dead. So this is the sound font, the Tusken Raider font that I feel best fits this saber. Oh, that is beautiful. The flicker effect is amazing. It really gives you the impression that you're using a real lightsaber. It is a 7/8 inch blade, which I love. I've had a 1-inch lightsaber before. They're great, but this just feels so light. I also went with 32 inch. I know 36 inch is the movie accurate size, but just having something a little small to swing around my house. I don't intend to play with my kids with this one. 7/8 inch blades aren't really meant for dueling. I'm sure I could hit a little bit with this, but I don't want to risk it. I want to keep it the way it is. I did also sand my blade. I'm not a fan of shiny blades, so as soon as I got it, I sanded it same day to make sure that it had a little bit more diffusion on it, got rid of all the glare that was kicking off of it. But yeah, this is my Ani 3 from Theory Sabers, and honestly, if you're looking for a lightsaber, I think it's the place to go. He's got 22 sound fonts, 22 songs on there. I watched the video that he put out about these sound fonts literally every single day while I was waiting for this to show up. Free shipping. I mean, I ordered this about a week and a half ago. It shipped a few days later, and then it got here a day early, which was today. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow, but it got here a day early through DHL. So super impressed. I mean, obviously it comes from China, and it was from China to my doorstep in 4 days. So I mean, that's pretty amazing. So anyway, that's my quick review of my Ani 3. Again, beautiful saber. It's so cool to see the evolution of the lightsabers that I've owned and used, and this right now is the absolute pinnacle of my collection. Now that I have this, I can start collecting other lightsabers, but this has always been my grail lightsaber. So to finally have it and to get it from somebody who is truly a Star Wars fan, has put real effort and thought into what he was going to do with these lightsabers, the way that they sounded, finding a supplier he trusted, one that he could work with to make these hilts and get them out to us. I mean, what more could you want? So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day.